Hello, Soul Family, and thank you so much for joining Samara and Dara for her ASMR sessions. Tonight we're going to be doing some crystal tapping as well as some throat chakra clearing. We're going to start off with this beautiful Labradorite. As some of you know, I am a walk-in soul. I've had many Starseed past lives, but I originate from Bellatrix on Orion. Please go and look at the video I've done before this for my walk-in soul experience, and you may share it. And for those of you who also know, it's been very difficult for her family, well, the original souls of this body's family, to understand and process and accept that I am no longer their sister or their aunt or their daughter, even though I am her body. So I've become an extreme target of that, to where, and they were doing this to her before, they were singling her out. They would order dinner tonight and talk and be merry with each other, and just she wouldn't be invited to the table. Is that family? This is exactly what I mean. So we're going to be doing some throat chakra cleansing to state your truth, and I want to burn some herbs. So I put together a blend for us to purify and cleanse the air from any archonic influences. I also want to throw a star anise in here. Beautiful star anise for happiness vibes. I had just brewed an herbal tea with some star anise and some turmeric powder, as well as some oregano earlier, and it was divine. And I'm going to throw some lemon zest on this. And I've run out of my juices, so sometimes you may hear my voice be like this. The attacks have gotten stronger again from her family. They're trying their best to do everything they can to diminish her, minimize her, and get rid of her, but it's not going to work. Today her mother came and said, "You're burning too much incense," but yet her nephew smokes loads of weed, and she never complains about that, and she doesn't smoke herself. And her sister ordered dinner the past 2 nights and invited her mother to go and eat with them, but not her or me. So this is the blend, and this is white sage as well as lavender, bay leaf, cinnamon, and it's to cleanse from any negative energy or entity. And they also attack her with, she cannot use the SUV that was her mother's, but her sister can. And she's treated very differently from her siblings, so now I see firsthand why she screamed to the cosmos and the cosmic gods and the cosmic angels and to ask to leave, because it all started with the trauma in her family, because her mother and her sister are so jealous and her nephew was so competitive with her. And she treated her very doubtfully. And she kept trying to call her by her original birth name, which I am the walk-in soul, and I am not her anymore, which is very difficult for her to accept. So the mother was just disrespecting her and not respecting the truth of her boundary and saying whatever and saying anyways. And then her sister has been trying to make her feel less than because she feels insecure and she's borderline and schizophrenic and she wants her or me to be like her, but I'm very much ascended and she's not on this level. So she will make, she'll do everything she can to try to destroy her sister because out of jealousy, and it's always been like this. But now I firsthand know what exactly Serrano went through. And they'll disrespect her purposely and break into the room and throw the tops of the cinnamon powders off, hide them, as well as when she brings food, they'll eat her food, but it's just pathetic how these mortals are. And I know a lot of families aren't like this, and I know it's very narcissistic and abusive. So now we're going to empower by the throat chakra and opening it up. I want to do a cord cutting first. And it's really sad when she sees the way her sister is, when her sister gets happy when the mother comes for her or me, and she'll just giggle on the phone and laugh all night, and it's just really pathetic how people really prey on your downfall. And ever since her mother came home from church, the Archonic church, she's been on her about everything, just standing by the wall trying to listen to what she was doing in the room. Same thing with her sister. They will monitor the fuck out of her, and this is what Archons do. Her mother is a reptilian, which is the opposite star race as me. So she's very harmful and detrimental to mankind, her daughter's mental health. And she plays favorites to where she treats her sister and her older grandkids much better, and she won't allow the younger grandkids of the original soul of this daughter's body back due to the influence. And it's wrong on various levels and all accounts. And right now, I'm being monitored now. Oh, and the energy vampire nephew just came back as well. So this is going to be a fun night. And they'll be loud and inconsiderate on purpose to try to sabotage my video. Who her mother reminds me of in a way? On that Spider-Man movie where the landlord's like, rent, because she's so gold diggerish. So I'm going to be pulling and cutting. And this is how they do it. This is how they siphon the energy. So they want to make you upset. So they could steal your energy even more. And I'm not even upset. I'm very calm. So if an energy vampire is trying to test you, try you, come at you with accusations, attacks, narcissist smear campaigns, or try to entertain others, knowing that the people that suck their energy are influencing them to treat you a certain way for their entertainment, that's how you know it's an Archon energetic cord that is attached. So you could always use herbs like sage, lavender, and bay leaf to counteract these attacks. And that's what you can do. So I'm going to be burning some more herbs now to counteract all of this negativity and hatred And a long time ago, her father, when she was 12, attempted to sexually molest her, and the mother got jealous, and instead of protecting her daughter, she ended up being basically an enemy and treating her as competition and just rivalry, which was really wrong. And this is her hatred for her daughter. She's been just competitive and jealous ever since, and she already knows. And then an energy vampire is going to come out now, and I'm going to be shaking, okay, let me find this owl shaker here, where I'm going to be shaking some cloves to dead off any attacks. I had a really good day the past 2 days. I had a really long walk last night. I went for 2 walks, a walk in the morning before the sunrise, as well as a walk in the night. And I found him. So you can affirm. I affirm that my energetic boundaries are protected. I am protected in my auric field. No energy vampire shall enter and siphon my energy. I reject all cords of energy vampires. I reject all cords from any type of narcissistic, personality flawed individuals. I reject the cord and the line that they try to send me with their toxic behaviors, their toxic thoughts, and I reject all siphoning. And so it is. And as you cut cords from toxic individuals and energy vampires, they will start trying to come around more and target you more, because they will feel the energy shift, and that will be their last attempts to try to pull you back in to their narcissistic games and their archonic games. So after I cut these cords, you're going to see a profound change in my environment and your environment, because at first they'll start coming around. They will feel it. And then later, they, depending on how strong your energetic boundaries are, they'll be cut off completely to where they'll fall off your life, they'll move away, or they'll try to come at you at first to test your boundaries and see if they could stick their cords in. So we're going to pull and cut, pull and cut. I hope you all had a blessed Sunday. It's Sun Ra Day. I know I did. I got a little bit of laundry done. I cooked for myself. I got to really nourish my body. I had made herbal tea in peace. I actually made an herbal tea of cloves, cinnamon sticks, star anise, oregano, and some turmeric. It was divine. A hot herbal tea. And for dinner I made myself a salad with some butter lettuce, as well as some salsa verde, the cantina style. It's green. I ran out of my seaweed roll snack, but I put some sunflowers in there, like the kernels, as well as some pomegranates. So that was very nourishing to my physical vessel, which is really Serana's physical vessel, but it's mine now because I've inhabited, but she was the original of this body. And I was walking under the stars, and I was thinking about the movie The Fifth Element, thinking, why can't all men be like Bruce Willis in that movie? The world would be such a better place. The way he is with her, in love, soft, caring, cheeky, just so warm and comforting to her. There's not many men left like that, and I'm not trying to diss men at all, but there's not lots of men with warmth in their souls and who want a genuine connection from Generation Z these days. So I don't know if I'm going to do Reiki sessions all night tonight, or if I'm going to walk and then do some more tomorrow. If you haven't seen my previous video of the walk-in soul experience, please go to the video prior to this about my walk-in soul experience. And it's been very difficult for her family to accept that this is not Serana's soul anymore. She was also known as Serena Star. And they call her by her birth name, and I don't answer to it because that is not who I am. You know, that this may be her body, but my name is Samara Andara, and it's something very difficult for them to grasp, and they think I'm bullshitting, and I'm not. So I'm also going to be, it's very real, and it's just very sad how against, like, the mother is so against the one who was in this body, and now I see why she transitioned out of the body, because her mother had created so much havoc and problems and pain, and always went after her and attacked her, just for existing, just for breathing. Remember, that's them, this is me. They're just jealous. They're jealous that they can't be a walk-in soul. They're jealous of my gifts and my charm and my energy and my beauty and what I have to offer to mankind, and they're stuck miserable with their own miserable lives. And the difference is that she craves a husband and she doesn't have one. I like being alone. I value my solitude, and they see my sensitivity as a weakness, so they try to target it. And they try to set me up, trying to get me to use the car so they could blame me for the gas going down, but I don't use it. I walk everywhere now. So I'm going to be doing more shaking. And I want to do some cinnamon stick cord cutting as well, because we want the sweetness to come back into life. And we want to push these energy vampires far, far away from us. Whether it's her selling the house or them moving away. I have some cinnamon sticks here. Intuitively, they told me to pick this one. So we're just going to be cutting and blowing. I'm going to be pulling them out of you. Just negative energies. I'm blowing them out the window here. They're not going back to you, I'm making sure. There's something trying to latch onto my back, so I'm going to just use the owl shaker. That's where the hooks try to latch onto you all, is behind the head, the back. Do you like my nails? I've done them the past 2 days. Do you think I should go for a walk tonight? Leave it in the comments. I like to walk under the stars. I feel more at home and at ease under the stars, even when I see the Big Dipper. I like being under Pleiades and Orion, looking for Bellatrix, my home. Also being under Sirius and Andromeda, as well as Arcturus and Lyra. It's so relaxing and calming and serene to my soul. And I wish that I could create more. I wish that I had like a piano and a microphone and it was away from these energy vampires so I could do harmonics. I would love to do that. and I wish I had paint so I could paint some cosmic light ball energies of source divine crystalline DNA activations for you. Serena and I had done some paintings I want to show you. So this was a tiger's claw from Serena. She was going through a lot. This was when we were both in the body back in August when we had gotten back from the plaza. This was the flame of transmutation and change, as well as a divine cheetah claw or tiger claw, because the Lyrans channeled a lot through her as well. This was like a facade of when you throw a glass of water on the mirror, it often looks densified like this. And Serena really got into this. She got into this very deeply. And she was invited to show her paintings as abstract art to a gallery. But then the lady closed down her business, and I feel like if she would have stayed a little bit longer if they were framed and put in a gallery. She was inspired by Catalan paintings and artists. Beautiful art that we've done together when we both inhabited this beautiful body, which I have worked on so much to transmute more light, active DNA and crystalline DNA back into it, as well as transmuting the negative blueprints of her generational trauma. So this is just some of the art. And other art that she had done before I came here. It was stolen out of her car. But yes, this is her art, and she loved it. She loved to paint, she loved to sing, and she loved to just be a free spirit and to create. I also want to do a little bit of crystal scratching. Today I was actually clearing out her generational curses of her family, so it's no startle or surprise that they came at her like that, because her sister kept standing by her door and her wall trying to monitor her and listen to what she was doing as usual, because she's a paranoid schizophrenic and that's what they do. And then her mother did the same thing for hours. When she got back from church, she just kept trying to listen and be very silent and very quiet in the kitchen and listen, and the walls here are very thin. And then the nephew, he enjoys the entertainment, like he will influence the grandmother, which is her mother, to go in on this body and accuse her of doing things or tell her like not to do things. And so I said to him, it must be very entertaining for you, because he likes it, and I can pick up on his telepathic vibes. He's an Alpha Draconian, so they're the opposite star realms of me. And I was just trying to mind my business do my Reiki work, and just be happy, nourish my body, and then they come. That's when the haters come for you. And this is not how families should treat each other, because my family in the star realms would never allow this disdain and disrespect and this hatred. There is no hatred there. I want to burn some more cinnamon stick. And I also want to burn some cloves, because that reptilian in her mother's body is awful. It's awful. The reptilian, her mother, I'm pretty sure is a walking soul, or she sold her soul, because it's not right anymore. She has these bluish gray, like rings around the black parts of her eyes, and she's Asian. It shouldn't be like that. And then sometimes they turn greenish yellow, like a true reptilian. And when she saw this, she recognized that it wasn't her mother anymore, so she had actually gotten written by the Illuminati many years ago in 2016, to where it said there was a letter written by the Illuminati to her mother, and her ex found it, the father of her daughters, and was freaking out. And it said, "We are a secret society. You cannot discuss what we're about to enclose to you in this letter." It said, "We would like to offer you a lifestyle of great benefits, paid vacations, nice dinners, a life in luxury and rich lifestyle. You don't have to pay anything, it will be paid." And it was just the same robotic things for like 16 pages. And ever since, like a couple months after she got that letter, her eyes changed. So I feel like she joined and they did something to her. I honestly do. I do, I feel it. And then when her father passed away, he had Freemason rings, 13, and her mother returned them to the lodge. So she was a daughter of a Freemason who was highly affected by Agent Orange, because he was in the military, and it was just a very destructive upbringing. So I don't blame Serena one bit for screaming to the cosmic and asking us to take her and exchange, basically she didn't ask for the soul exchange, she just asked to leave. She didn't know, she just wanted to leave. So this is a beautiful, from all the pain, this is a beautiful, beautiful, and this reminds me of her daughter Bella. And her and Bella had Starseed lives on Bellatrix and Mintaka of Orion with the mermaids, and her daughter is an incarnated angelic mermaid, just like her first son. He also, and I have all of her cellular memories in my brain, so I remember, it's her brain, honestly. I'm just the soul that inhabits this body now. But her family, who is supposed to love her and care for her, they're very, very cruel and mean and black-hearted towards her. And I actually feel bad for Serena, but I don't want to vibrate in that energy of the lower vibrations. So I'm going to flush this out. And if you want to make a donation, I'm generously receiving donations, as this is my purpose. Oh, and I want to show you, and I'm so sorry, I need to be better about making eye contact. Her father was very destructive and abusive, so it's ingrained in her body to not make eye contact and look away when she speaks, and it's not you, it's just something connected to the trauma I'm still trying to transmute out of the body. So let me just try to work on making more eye contact with you all. And there was this woman who came into 7-Eleven last night, and she embodied this voice, and I think my computer generated Orion mind. So like if you look at, I think it absorbed her energies, because my accent, and I'm a sponge, so I will absorb and like a computer and then correspond. And the fifth element, it's like that. I don't know, my Andromedan guides and my Arcturian guides are telling me to rest and digest. But I really want to go out under the stars tonight, I do. Especially when her nephew gets back, because I don't want to deal with that drama. And he's angry because I made the comment of, oh, I bet it entertains you when your grandmother treats me like that, doesn't it? And he got angry. Because, oh, dare no one disrespect him. Everyone kisses his ass because he's an Alpha Draconian with telepathic powers who knows how to influence with his mind and his thoughts and that thought line of energy. And his brother is a negative energy manipulator like their father and their mother. So it's just very difficult. And I don't think that Cody knows he's an Alpha Draconian. That's her nephew's name, the older one, who lives right in this room over here. So... and he's lived here all his life. He's never moved out for 28 years. This is also Mintuckin. Beautiful dolphin amethyst. I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. Every day's like a weekend for me, but I'm still trying to integrate. And sometimes my accent will switch up and it will go to this like British accent because she has Welsh ties in her. Her ancestors derive from not just Asia but from Wales in the UK. But she never met her Wales ancestors. She's only met her Italian side and her Asian side. So I feel like her nephew just walked past her window because you heard that too. It was just very strange. I don't know if I should just go for an hour walk or a 3-hour walk. Plus, I know I want to go underneath the stars. Because that's where my family is. Orion, Pleiades, Lyra, Andromeda, Sirius, Arcturus, Bellatrix on Orion. I miss my home. I miss my star mothers. I miss my seal babies, my friends. I miss my Pegasus unicorns and my dragons, my dear dragons. And I miss my mermaid and fairy friends there, and my elven elementals, my elves. I had tons of friends who were family there to me. And I miss it deeply, but I have a purpose here. To come and be a healer and a shamaness, and to transmute darkness into light and lies into truth. This is my purpose. I'm the 999 frequency. So previously, Serena had all of the awakenings from 111 to 222, 333, 444, and she elevated in every frequency until she got to the 999s, and then she wanted to leave because of all the pain from the trauma from her mother, her narcissistic mother, the mother wound. She always dismissed her daughter. She always criticized her daughter, you know how narcissist mothers are. She abandoned her daughter emotionally when she was very young. She was not there for her. She also didn't protect her after her father sexually molested her when she was a little girl. And she tried to tell her mother, and her mother dismissed her and said, no, no. So I'm trying to transmute all of that away. And her dad used to be really weird and cruel and come into the kitchen and be like, look at the waist on her, to this body in front of the mother, and just pit them against each other. So now basically he's created a war but she should have been a protective mother and taken her away from that. Am I right or am I right? So I'm trying to transmute it. Look how beautiful this is. This is a smoky amethyst. I also want to show you another huge smoky amethyst over here. Don't mind my body right now. I've eaten 2 meals today. And I usually don't eat 2 meals like that. I usually just have 1 meal. But I have some more smoky amethysts here that I think you'll enjoy. And I want to actually share these in my next session with you because look how beautiful he is. We're going to be doing crown chakra in our next session. Smoky amethyst family. I know you'll enjoy this bit. It's very hard to go back into the matrix, even when I go on walks and I have to go by the cars in the matrix. It's very difficult. And I feel like they're really trying to pull on my energy tonight, and they're really trying to hook me in and try to really attack me because I cut so many generational cords and ties today while they were not here, and I burned so much while they were gone. The white sage, the ground sage powder, and the lavender and the bay leaf, because they're very toxic and we need to integrate. I'm going to be opening this one up. There we go. What else can you do sometimes? Ooh, I love how that falls on there. And I'm going to get some more lavender. It's just very cruel how they treat Serena. They don't let her use the car. They don't offer her food, but yet she's expected to cook for them and share her food. She'll clean for them. They're never appreciative. They never say thank you. They never show her any love. They're just very cruel to her. This is the beautiful, beautiful green quartz from Lemuria. And if you can make kindly a generous donation, I will go and get more herbs and more crystals for my channel for you. I'm trying to transmute all this trauma out and also help heal you. And if you could share my channel, I would appreciate you, because I need to reach the masses so I can enlighten mankind with this harmony of truth and light that I have in me. So we're just going to burn this sage and lavender. Clear any negative energies, any hooks, any archon attacks, any spiritual attacks. I'm just going to go behind me real quick because they really tried to hook me in. And then I'm going to go behind you. Oops, and around you, because you're leaning right up against the wall. Smoky amethyst. I want to do another tapping here of some more dolphin amethyst from Lemuria. Our dolphin guides are coming through tonight, and the mermaids from Mintaka. and the mermaids from Atlantis and Lemuria as well. That's why when you see all of these simulated things on this earth realm from the humans, like unicorns aren't real and fairies aren't real and they're all just imaginative and fantasy, they're real in the Starseed realms. They're real in my home. I had best friends who were mermaids. I was a mermaid in a past life with my daughter. And sometimes you may hear me refer to Serena in the first person or the third person because it's my cellular memories, but I don't answer to her name, her birth government name anymore, which it's not Serena. That was her confirmation name that she named herself in confirmation when they raised her to be Catholic in the very beginning of her life. But she was known in Mintaka and Lemuria and Atlantis as Serena Star. And she also had a past, she was an incarnated angel who worked very closely with the archangels. Serena used to do these grids with the archangels, I remember. She would do abundance grids with Archangel Raphael, Archangel Raziel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, and so on and so forth. And she would work with Archangel Chamuel and Archangel Metatron. She was very much an incarnated angel. She was an empath. She was a great, vast soul with lots of depth and feeling and emotion, and it was just a shame that no mortal could match her love and her vastness of her heart. She had the most beautiful, big, vast heart chakra that I've ever known from any being. She was also a Hydrian starseed, as well as the other realms I've mentioned in this video. So I just want to say thank you for watching. Please go back to my previous video before this one, my walk-in soul experience. I love you all. Please share my video. I would appreciate if you subscribed and also made a donation, and I thank you so very much. Until next time, I have lots of stuff planned for the channel, and I also can't wait to do our crown chakra healing next. Namaste.